2 days of excitement, endless pride on the line. Tradition comes alive yet again. 23rd, Enter Plantation Cricket 6's Annie Sword Challenge Trophy.
All right, after exciting days of cricket from yesterday, we have arrived to the finals. We have 3 finals lined up on the trot for you. The first one's going to be the Plate Championship final between Janata Extra Development Board and Horner Plantation. As you see, we have the Plate finals ready. JEDB versus Horner. And the umpires are walking out, and I think this is going to be 3 exciting games lined up for all our viewers, because this is the cream. This is the cream of this entire tournament. We have picked 6 wonderful, talented, exciting teams, and then put together to play 3 matches for you. So this is going to be exciting, and we have the 2 batters walking out. So this has to be an exciting encounter. This is the first game of the day for JEDB, while Orana did play a game earlier. So they'll be warmed up, they'll be ready, they'll be pumped. So they need to set a good target first of all, because if we see Horner is a very strong batting lineup. They have their 2 openers, Amila with Chamod, who have posted mammoth totals. In fact, the highest total of the tournament this year. They scored 82 runs in their very first game. So the trick is going to be that JDB posts a bigger score and try and defend it with the ball in their hand. Looking at the field, we have a deep point, a long off, long on, and deep mid wicket. A regulation, 3 boundary riders. So that has to be wicket to wicket from the bowler. Amila to start the proceedings for Horner Plantations, while Chamil's on strike, along with his partner on the non-strikers end, another Amila. Well, the countdown's on progress. So that's play from the umpire. Well, that drifted away from the right-hander. A good start here from Amila. He's managed to get his arm behind the ball, try and push it away. So he's going to play the role of an opening batsman this game for Horner Plantation. Again, opening the face of the bat, running it down to deep point. That's a couple of runs. That's first runs in board. Well done. This is heavily technical stuff coming around the wicket, angling it across the right-hander. This is pretty good bowling. This is already the excitement has creeped in. Off the pads, pushed it along on. So 3 of 3 so far. Well bowled. This is exactly what he will be looking to do. If you notice, these two teams in fact have been quite on top of their game right from the start. In fact, this is the fact about all 6 teams who have qualified to play these finals. That's a wide. First extras on board. That's what they have to keep tight about. Alright, switching angles, coming over the wicket. This time Amila. Amila to Amila. Well bowled. Dot ball to end the over. Just 4 runs at the end of the first over. Alright, Darshana into the attack. Coming from the pavilion end. They started off very well. Well, wrong line. Straying it to the pads. And they'll get easy couple of runs there. This is not where he should be bowling with his field. Well, that's it. That's the first wicket. Darshana produces a beauty. Taking off the surface sharply there. And a sharp catch behind the stumps. There we go. Trying to run down the third man. Getting an edge. And that's the end of Chamil. In walks the left-hander. So Sanjeeva walks in at number 3. And he needs to do some repair work here. Just 6 runs on the board. They've lost a wicket. We are into the second over. 2 balls into the second over, in fact. Horner looking strong here. Again, right into the block hole. This is good cricket from both ends here. Darshana seems to have gotten his bearings right. He's got his line right, length right. And that's a surprise one. This is the one that took Chamil's wicket. This is brilliant bowling. 2 balls, full and straight, and drop one short, surprise the batsman. This is exceptional stuff here. Well, struck it straight. We'll have to settle for a single. Just 3 runs at the end of that over. What a brilliant over. And especially these are the kind of overs that you need in a final. 2 overs done, 7 for 1.
As one of the world's foremost exporters of tea, Sri Lanka continues to raise its manufacturing standards to remain a global leader. Answering this call, the Kaipugala Tea Factory under LPG Plantations became the first to revolutionize rotor vane tea production by partnering with Savikma Automation and Engineering Services Private Limited.
Well, Chamod into the attack. So 3 star bowlers, star players. In fact, three cricketers who shined in this tournament so far will set the lineup for Horner. Well, that's well adjusted. Fetching it right from on top of middle stump and sending it down to fine leg. But chance of run out. They'll be safe at the end. It's a very good cricket from Horner Plantation, keeping the pressure alive. They need to get through this over and get through it very well. There you go. These are what they need to avoid. This time, taking it away from the left-hander, off the surface. Yet another wide here. Well, 2 wides on the trot here. This is pretty bad from Horner now. Another wide. Come on here. Come on, Chamad. This is unacceptable. This is pretty poor cricket here from him. He just had to get through this over. Still they have this game. Just 13 runs. Oh dear, oh dear. Seems like he has no answers. running down inside edge. I can't believe that we are still in this second over. That's much better. He's got to remember that. He's got to repeat that. 2 wide dot, wide, 2 dot. This over has been going on forever. Already there were 9 deliveries bowled. And yet another ball should be there. Finally that over comes to an end. 3 overs done, 17 for 1.
Ready for any road, any incline, any corner, any terrain.
Alright, in all sorts of trouble here, Janata Extra Development Board. 3 overs gone, just the 2 remaining. 17 runs on board for the loss of 1 wicket. And they are against a team who has scored 82 runs in this tournament. So they need to have runs in board. They need to accelerate. They need to put their foot on the pedal right now. And if anyone's gonna do it, I think this man is the one who is capable. Sanjeeva. Full toss, not capitalized, and it is being called a no ball. Alright, after starting off exceptionally well in the first couple of overs, Orna Plantation have managed to mess it up again. And this has been their case throughout the tournament. If this ball disappears for a 6 or a 4, I think that's when JDB will get on top of this game. Well struck, well bowled. They're gonna get 2 for it, but that won't hurt them. Well, that's going to be 3 and more and more. No one's even bothering to chase that delivery anymore. They're getting 4 for it. This is it. The momentum has shifted officially. Amile gave them a great start. Which is now being led to slip slowly. So the story so far, Orna Plantation won the toss, elected to field first, and they've posted 20. They've actually kept Janata Extra Development Board for just 23 runs at the end of 3.2 overs. 10 more deliveries to get through. And that beat everyone. That beat the batsman. That beat the keeper. A surprise bounce there. They get 2 runs off of it. 2 byes for it. That was very unlucky. They're gonna run. They're gonna push. Yes, they are pushing for the couple of runs there. And that's gone. Sanjeeva will have to walk out. Well, lazy running there from Sanjeeva. I think he could have reached it if he had stretched a little bit. Well bowled. And that's a no ball in fact. I reckon it's the overstepping. It is. Oh my god, that's quite harsh there. He has been called no ball for getting onto the return crease. Rule is a rule, my friend. Well, that's a good comeback. That was a free hit. And he's made it a dot ball. That's a good comeback. Yet another beautiful delivery there. Teasing that off stump. Almost kissing that off stump bail. So that was a brilliant delivery to end the fourth over. 27 for 2 JEDB.
As one of the world's foremost exporters of tea, Sri Lanka continues to raise its manufacturing standards to remain a global leader. Answering this call, the Kaipugala Tea Factory under LPG Plantations became the first to revolutionize rotor vane tea production by partnering with Savikma Automation and Engineering Services Private Limited.
Robert into the attack. This will be the final over. 27 runs on the board. Where can JEDB get? Will they get to that 40 run mark? 13 runs away. And we all know they've got a strong bowling lineup. And that is the strength. And that lineup is what took them this far. So they'll definitely be eyeing at that 35 to 40 run mark and try to come back with a strong comeback with ball in hand. Again, this is pretty good bowling from Robert. Worked it well enough for a couple of runs. Are we gonna see another run out? It is. And wicket number 3 down for them. Seems like they are so far away from that 40 run mark. JDB 3 wickets down for just 28 runs. And we are in the last over here. There you go, very good throw. Good work in the deep. Clean, collect, quick release.
As one of the world's one of the world's foremost exporters of tea, Sri Lanka continues to raise its manufacturing standards to remain a global leader.
Board him. That's it. What a delivery. He's been a premier wicket taker for Horana Plantation. Comes in hard, wrong-footed. Delivers a strong ball. And that's good enough to see the back of Akmal. Well, that should be the last man walking out. 2 deliveries to go. Despite a 11-12 delivery over, they've managed to keep them to 29 runs. This is very good bowling from Horana Plantation. This is good bowling. This Robert has been on song, just eating that stumps every single delivery. And Duminder will face the last ball. And that will be another dot from him. He played 3 dots. If not a dot, then he's stumped. So that is the end of the innings. 5 overs, 30 runs, 4 wickets, and 31 will be the total to chase for Horana Plantation. Meanwhile, we'll have the Bowl Championship going. We'll get along with the first innings of the Bowl Championship, where Bhogavan Talava is taking on, I reckon, Kawata.
As one of the world's foremost exporters of tea, Sri Lanka continues to raise its manufacturing standards to remain a global leader. Answering this call, the Kaipugala Tea Factory under LPG Plantations became the first to revolutionize rotor vane tea production by partnering with Savikma Automation and Engineering Services Private Limited.
Alright, we are set for the Bowl Championship. The first innings of the game. Kawata is batting first. Devon will start off proceedings for Bhogavan Talava Plantations. Lairu and Madhushanka opening the batting for Kawata Plantations. Well, full and wide, and the keeper makes a mess of it. 2 wides there. to start off proceedings here. That seemed like a delivery that deserved to be flying over the ropes, but could not make connection. Again, full and straight from Devon. Yet another wide. The trick is keeping it slow here from Devon. Every single time he picks up a wicket, slows it down so much, messing up the timing for the batsman. Look at that. Shamidu walking in, left-hander. Will he be able to negate this man? Let's wait and watch. Again, full and straight. Just managing a single there. This is turning out to be a wonderful over from Devon. Managed to get a comfortable couple of runs there. I was pitching outside leg, but nevertheless a good ball to end the over. First over done, 7 for 1.
Ready for any road, any incline, any corner, any terrain.
Was slashing at a wide delivery there. But nevertheless gets a couple of runs. So far so good for Bhagwan Talawa. They've not gotten that big shot. The boundaries have dried up. Into the second over, just 10 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. Well, this is the second time that the wicketkeeper has fumbled and allowed the run through. He did it, and he did it very well. That is the first boundary of the innings. Again, short ball, but fielder down there takes it comfortably. Is hit it straight down the throat of that fielder. So that's wicket number 2. 15 runs on board. And in all sorts of trouble here. Kawata Plantations. They'll need a savior here. That was so short, almost ended up being a no ball. And that brings over number 2 to an end. 16 for 2 at the end of 2 overs. Kawata Plantations are in a spot of bother here.
As one of the world's foremost exporters of tea, Sri Lanka continues to raise its manufacturing standards to remain a global leader. Answering this call, the Kaipugala Tea Factory under Alpidia Plantations became the first to revolutionize rotor vein tea production by partnering with Savikma Automation and Engineering Services Private Limited.
Again, looked like a handy shot, but we'll only get a couple of runs there. run path. He's known for playing elegant strokes, like some pace on the ball. That's running. That's definitely running. Well, the outfield doing more damage than the fielder himself. 23 runs right now at the end of 2.3 overs. Shankar going for that. Going for his favorite stroke there. He's been playing that shot right from the start of the tournament. That has been his favorite region. Well, that ought to be a wide, and it is a wide. Well, he's skied it, and the wicketkeeper does very well to get under the ball. That's the end of Madhu Shankar. There we go. With the angle onto the pads. A little bit of unexpected bounce there on it. And he just skied it right up. Straight up above him. A bit of good work from the glove man behind the stumps to hold on to it. So 25 for 3 at the end of 2.5. There was a quick couple of runs there. The run path was quick enough. Well, this is a good recovery from Kahawat as they end the third over with 28 runs on the board. Mission into the attack and starts off with a couple of runs. Run path has to get going. He has been good so far. 10 runs off 5 deliveries. But this is the over he can target. There's a bit of pace on the ball, so he likes that too. Cut it, and cut it beautifully. That's a stroke for the cameras. Waited on it. Wait on the back foot. Pro level stuff there. Have a look. Wait on the back foot. And hit it to that cup. Doesn't have to hit the ball hard when you can time it so well. That should be wide. Yes, it is. Now pressure. Kawatava struggling at the end of the first couple of overs. And look at them. Now cruising over 10 runs and over. Tries to go big. Misfield. This should be 2 runs at least. Well, they'll get 3 in fact. Risky. And there comes the single. Two more balls to go in this over. Already they've gone for 8 runs. Again, elegant as you like it. Down on one knee. And he'll get 2 for it. Well, the last ball of the over coming up. Again, working into covers. He'll like to settle for a single, and he will keep striking the last over. 41 for 3 at the end of 4 overs. Skipper Zaman into the attack. Last over coming up. And there we go, run path. Hoix it, trying to take a brilliant catch. Made a mess of it. Slower delivery. Run path likes pace on the ball. Left hand on strike, Sachinta. Another one, fielder under it. And again he's made a mess. And I guess he's hit himself on the face. Have a look at that. Slower one. Hoik did. Fielder circling under it. Right into his face. Oh my god, that's has to be a painful blow. But this is what they are fighting for. The 3 championship trophies along with the runners-up cups. Well, we are back. He had to walk out. And that's a boundary from Sachinta. They move past the 50-run mark. Kawata Plantation looks strong. Look at that. Full. And hit it right into the gap between the fielders. Bowled him right into the stumps, standing and just rotating in on his toes. Look at that. Not even looking at the ball there. New man in Pramodita. This is the last wicket. And of course the last ball to come. Here we go, one more ball to go. And they'll keep running. That's the end of the innings. 52 runs on the board. And right now, and quickly, we will go back to the second innings of the game between Radella Plantation and JEDC.
As one of the world's foremost exporters of tea, Sri Lanka continues to raise its manufacturing standards to remain a global leader. Answering this call, the Kaipugala Tea Factory under LPG Plantations became the first to revolutionize rotor vane tea production by partnering with Savikma Automation and Engineering Services Private Limited.
Well, Radella Plantation with the bat in hand. They need 31 runs to win this game. 5 overs, 30 deliveries. And this will be an exciting encounter for sure. Well, looking at the field, we have a third man, deep point, long off, and a long on. When you look at that, there's only one field on the leg stump. They're definitely going for a plan. They have to bowl wide and outside the off stump. And you ball down the leg stump. That was a cardinal mistake here. They picked 3 runs out of it. 3 fielders in the off stump. The off side. And you bowl one down to the pads. Again, and the keeper misses it too, and that will run down to the boundary. It is as if JEDB is throwing this game away. Look at that, wide and full, kept low, and the wicket keeper doing nothing, just looking at it and letting it go run down to the boundary. Well played. There's no need to hurry, no need to rush, no need to panic. They only have to get 31 runs and they've gotten 9 already in just 3 balls. Is sent it screaming to that long on boundary. But good work in the deep. They get a couple of runs there. Again down the leg stump. And then again misfield from the wicket keeper. No one's even bothered to run behind it. That is raining more. It's a pretty poor cricket. Well, one more ball to go in this over. 15 runs. That is the half, almost half of what they needed. This is not the kind of over that they would have expected. And Chamod makes it worse. Sends one screaming over long on. One bounce and into the ropes, and that makes the score 19 for none at the end of the first over. Well of 24. This should be a cakewalk right from this point. No wickets lost. So they can virtually write their names on the trophy. Plantation have almost claimed the plate championship here. It's been pretty weak there throughout the tournament, and it is quite surprising that the bowlers have not exploited that enough. Left armour, short, and 2 men on the fence. So the ploy is to make him play that. And this time cuts it. That's protection. Well, 11 more. 3 more balls to go in this over. Went so far across and yoked it to himself. It was way too close to his body. But makes connection on that and makes good enough connection on that. It runs down to the extra cover boundary. And that's the one. Huge mammoth going up high into the sky. Fielder in the deep does not take it through his hands. It went so far up in the sky. Everyone thought that's going over the rope. And that should be the end of the over. 2 overs done for 25 runs.
Ready for any road, any incline, any corner, any terrain.
So 6 more runs for victory. And the highest scorer of the tournament is on strike. He has had a brilliant tournament this year. And that's the one. He missed it out on the previous over. And this one has travelled and long enough to go over to claim them that much needed victory. And that will mark the end of the Plate Championship with the Kawata Horna Plantations claiming championship. Well, that's the story of the final, the Plate final here. Janata Exat Development Board scored only 30 runs for the loss of 5 wickets, while Horna Plantation managed to win it quite comfortably. So soon after this game, it'll be the second innings of Kawata Plantations. Kawata Plantations and Bogavantalawa game. We'll come back to it after a short break.
As one of the world's foremost exporters of tea, Sri Lanka continues to raise its manufacturing standards to remain a global leader. Answering this call, the Kaipugala Tea Factory under LPK Plantations became the first to revolutionize rotor vane tea production by partnering with Savikma Automation and Engineering Services Private Limited.
Bowled him right in the first ball. That's how you do it in style, Chamindu. The skipper departs. That's the end of him. That's it. Zaman has to walk back. And this is a huge blow to Bogavantalawa. So 53 more needed from 29 deliveries. I'll correct that there. Uh, 52 more to go. So Malit with the bat in hand. He's lifted it brilliantly, but there is a protection in the deep, and they'll have to settle for a single. Did that get a bat there? We'll have to wait and see what the umpire says. Was it a bat? Was it the pad? Nevertheless, it was very lucky. Oh, seems like the bat. It seems like it's off the bat. That's what I thought. That one's Andy, but there is still protection in the deep. They'll settle for a single, and one more ball to go in this over. Malit is on strike. That one was quick and sent back with equal speed, and that's going over. Will that be a 6 or a boundary? It is a boundary. One bounce for Malita is doing talkings with his bat. Look at that, full, and it went long way up in the air. Well, that's the end of the over.
As one of the world's foremost exporters of tea, Sri Lanka continues to raise its manufacturing standards to remain a global leader. Answering this call, the Kaipugala Tea Factory under LPG Plantations became the first to revolutionize rotor vane tea production by partnering with Savikma Automation and Engineering Services Private Limited.
Well, I beg your pardon there. The last ball, it in fact was a 6. So the equation now is 42 of 24. And we have Lasita on strike. He brings the big man into the strike. Malit, who has just sent one over the ropes. Again, hits it hard. There's protection in the deep. That one was quick from Pramodita. Three more balls to go in this over. And Manita does it again. Thick outside edge. That one's traveling fast. And bat will beat the fielder that is running to the boundary. Have a look at that. He's got power. And even when he mistimes, he's got a thick edge on it. Misfield. Pretty sloppy from the wicket keeper. That's in the gap. Can the two fielders cover it? First one couldn't, but the second one did. So that's the end of the second over. 20 runs off 2 overs. And Bhagwan Talava looking to still be in the game. Still a man there. Well, those are freebies, and Bhagwan Talava will need everything that they get like in that fashion. Is there a man down there? Nope, it will land safe, but they'll have to settle for 1 run to it. This is pretty sloppy running. We get another single. They need to up the ante. Required rate at 11.60. So far just 4 runs in this over. 3 more deliveries to go. That one was hit hard again. Marita is making the connection, but still finding it a little difficult to get it in the gaps. And that one definitely is in the gap, and even though if it is not, it won't matter, it's running down. So that is the match needed impetus here. So now 9 of the over, one more delivery to go. Will they cover the rate? Was a good hit there. Met the need of the bat, but that fielder made a miss of it. Should have been a wide, but into the gap. That was struck well too. But there's a man there. So that's the end of the over. 10 runs off of it at the end. 34-1 at the end of 3 overs. Well, this is the equation. 23 needed of 12. And who are they going to turn to? Kawata Plantations need a good over here. Who are they going to turn to? Well, they have gone to Madhu Shankar. He's the man who got the most of the runs. And starts off with a wide. This is not what they want right now. Is there a man there? Is there a man there? Yep. That's been cut down. And already 3 runs off of it. It's just a 1 ball delivered in this over. They've gotten 3. What can they do right now? The required rate just under 11. And misses it. Misses it completely. Madhu Shankar comes in. Short again. This time straight to the fielder. 1 bounce and they'll have to settle for a single. What can Malita do now? "19 off 9. Can Bhagwan Talava get it?" And that one is in the gap. The fielder does well to get across. They get 2 at the end of it. Just a single of it. "16 off 7. How far can they get this? How far can they keep going? Well, 8 runs off that over. 4 overs done, 38 for 1, and Bhagavantalava will need 15 of the last over. Well, the last over of the Bowl Championship here. 15 runs required of 6 deliveries. Can Malit get it? He scored 18 of 10. Will he be the hero? First one, buys, and that is running, and that definitely will run to the boundary. What a turn of events here. Very well bowled. Beat the batter. And the wicketkeeper making a mess of it. And that struck really well. What a hit from Mishane. This is the man who turned the game on its head in the previous innings too. And he is going to do that for them in this innings too. Look at that short ball with an offer. And it did come comfortably there. This is what Bhagavantalava has been doing. Can Kawata stop this? Can Kawata protect that? They need 7 more runs for victory. And a top edge, wicket keeper under it, takes it. Mishane has to work. Who will they turn to now? And the worst part is that the new man will be on strike. Look at that short ball, trying to pull it. And he ended up hoiking it right above him. Well, Devon walks in. And he has to take the strike. Seven of 3, and will Bhagavantalava get it? Well, once again, another misfield, another boundary. They have thrown this game away. They have thrown this game away, the wicketkeeper. Three more required. What will they do? He will allow a single. So 2 of 2. 2 of the last ball, in fact. If they get the single, this game will be a tie. What a game this has turned to be. Struck it and struck it beautifully. Is that running to the boundary? Yes, it is. That is the victory for Bogwantalava. The big man has done it. Malit, you beauty, held his nerve, stayed on that crease, and made sure he saw his team over the ropes. What a win for Bogwantalava. They win the plate bowl championship, in fact. The two buys, the two boundaries that ran through the wicketkeeper, costing them a lot. It has been an outstanding final here. And up next will be the much awaited Cup Finals. This is how the game panned. 52 runs Kawat, 20 of 11 for Ranpat. And then reached the 55-run reply from Bogwantalava. Malit held his nerve, played a brilliant innings. And there we go. Bogwantalava, champions of the bowl championship. We'll go for a short commercial break and we'll be back with live actions from the final.
Each piece of high-quality tea is a witness of the tea's peaky choice of nature. Earth's 30-degree golden latitude, temperature, humidity, light, soil, altitude, wind speed. At the same time, the lifestyle of drinking tea also gives people the meaning of higher quality of life. While the natural addition is to give more, any sort of subtraction is to choose the best tea for you. Any sort, with the vision of let the whole world enjoy the best quality food, is committed to providing food category sorting solutions for global enterprises. With the 1+1- way of tea quality sorting, any sort brings more possibilities for global tea quality improvement. We lead the tea sorting industry standards and have mastered a number of autonomous core technologies. Based on the new innings sort PLOV self-learning platform and the large-scale models adaptive algorithm of AI quality sorting, DFT quality sorting solutions suit for high yield and high precision sorting of all categories of tea. Unique shape and grading sorting technology meets the differentiated needs of different quality and also realizes pure separation of stalks, flakes and buds in tea by one time. Anysort's deep integration of high-end infrared technology and AI ensures impurities removal rate precise and far ahead. Insects, errors, gases, plastics, and other non-tea substances in tea cannot escape. From research and development to application, neat picking is our attitude of sorting good tea constantly. Sorting by color and quality in an instant. The way of addition and subtraction is all in our hands. Remain discreet as beginning, greatest kindness as water. Anysort provides intelligent production line solutions for thousands of tea enterprises around the world and promotes tea processing enterprises to a new era of intelligence and controllability. Pay attention to every quality detail for customers. Help tea enterprises' sustainable development to create more value. Every beat of our progress responds to the gifts of nature. Anysort global market continues to expand, sending quality tea to more corners of the world. Anysort tea quality sorter are widely used in major tea producing regions around the world, such as China, Sri Lanka, India, Vietnam, and Kenya. Now, it covers more than 70% of the global tea market. Every day, millions of people enjoy our sorted healthy tea products. Anysort sorts good tea. Enrich a better life.
As one of the world's foremost exporters of tea, Sri Lanka continues to raise its manufacturing standards to remain a global leader. Answering this call, the Kaipugala Tea Factory under LPG Plantations became the first to revolutionize rotor vane tea production by partnering with Savikma Automation and Engineering Services Private Limited.
The precision of any sort. The most advanced color sorter available today starts with its high precision camera. The unique filter layering technology, Hawkeye technology, and IR technology is able to identify even the tiniest spots on raw materials to capture its impurities. The most critical ability of the Anysort color sorter is not only to capture the impurities, but to reject the impurities, and this depends on the ejector. There are two main components in ejector technology: air volume and frequency. Specially designed materials in the any sort color sorter ensures a longer lifetime for the ejector. Through massive data analysis, the air volume and frequency of the ejector can be precisely controlled. With variable light LED, any sort color sorter can easily sort a large variety of grains. This complicated process can be completed with a simple one-button analysis. We can bring so many more possibilities for our customers, and we are constantly studying the needs of each and every customer to create better products.
Hi Dave, sorry to disturb you, but I got a problem with the machine. Oh, thank you. Much better now. Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Dave.
Ready for any road, any incline, any corner, any terrain.
Each piece of high-quality tea is a witness of the tea's peaky choice of nature. Earth's 30-degree golden latitude, temperature, humidity, light, soil, altitude, wind speed. At the same time, the lifestyle of drinking tea also gives people the meaning of higher quality of life. While the natural addition is to give more, any sort subtraction is to choose the best tea for you. Any sort, with the vision of let the whole world enjoy the best quality food, is committed to providing full category sorting solutions for global enterprises. With the 1 plus 1 minus way of tea quality sorting, AnySort brings more possibilities for global tea quality improvement. We lead the tea sorting industry standards and have mastered a number of autonomous core technologies. Based on the new AnySort PLOV self-learning platform and the large-scale models adaptive algorithm of AI quality sorting, DFT quality sorting solutions suit for high yield and high precision sorting of all categories of tea. Unique shape and grading sorting technology meets the differentiated needs of different quality and also realizes pure separation of stalks, flakes and buds in tea by one time. AnySort's deep integration of high-end infrared technology and AI ensures impurities removal rate precise and far ahead. Insects, hairs, glasses, plastics, and other non-tea substances in tea cannot escape. From research and development to application, nitpicking is our attitude of sorting good tea constantly. Sorting by color and quality in an instant. The way of addition and subtraction is all in our hands. Remain discreet as beginning, greatest kindness.
2 days of excitement, endless pride on the line. Tradition comes alive yet again. 23rd, Enter Plantation Cricket 6's AnySort Challenge Trophy.
Well, welcome everyone to this grand finale, I should say. The cup finals between Talavakale Plantations and the defending champions, of course, will take on the defending runners-up here. So this is the dignitaries meeting the team. Well, that is the Talavakale team led by Ravishka. And here is the defending champions. Well, the two teams are ready. The dignitaries are ready. The cup is ready. The spectators are ready. And there it is. We have the two captains walking out for the toss right now.
AnySort Technologies Lanka Private Limited, and this year's Challenge Trophy, what you see right in front of the clubhouse, is sponsored by AnySort Technologies, and the trophy is named after AnySort Challenge Trophy 2026. So we have both the captains, Sarath Ranavira from Talavakale and Kavinda from LPT Plantation. So the chief guest will do the coin toss. Right, who's going to call? Talavakale's call. Tails is the call. And tails it is. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, so we have the captains. Quick word, Sarath Ranavira won the toss and opted to bat first. What's the reason behind that?
Yeah, we have a very good batting lineup, so we thought to put a good total on the scoreboard and do a good fight.
Well, when you say good total, what do you think a good challenging total in a final like this?
Yeah, we have our bowling side also. We have seen they are doing really well this year. So even 60-70 will be a good score for us, but we are going to go about that.
Thank you, Sarath, and all the very best. And we have Kavinder. Kavinder didn't get the toss, but you're going to be batting first. But we have seen you have a strong batting side. But what is your thoughts on that toss?
Actually, we have a good team, bowling and batting. We already prepared for two decisions. We can manage.
Great, thank you so much, and all the very best, gentlemen. All right, the 26th Interplantation Cricket 6's, the Enisort Challenge Trophy Finals is on, and we've been waiting for 2 days and 18 games, and this is the big finals, and it'll be starting in a moment. Over to the commentary box.
All right, that is the news from the center. Tavakere have won the toss and opted to bat first in these all-important finals. And Alpitia will come out with all guns blazing to keep that trophy in their company. So after 2 days of wonderful cricket here, we have reached the all-important Cup Championship final here. As every year, this year too has been a splendid experience up here in the hills for all of us, for all the viewers, and all the players from every single team. So that is the Alpitia team getting ready. And here are the numbers turning up as always. This is one revered tournament among the tea traders, and always every year they turn up in numbers. Well, Team Talawakale is getting up, the umpires are getting up, so are we to experience one exciting game of cricket. And there we go, the umpires walking in for one last time in this tournament, and there will be action from right from the first ball onwards, and that will not be nothing short of excitement. Well, that's Team Alpitia, the defending champions. One strong outfit who has always had authority in this tournament in terms of cricket. Always produce brilliant cricketers, always come out strong and fighting. And their opponents will be the exciting, the young, the exuberant Team Talawakale. The batters are walking out. It should be Ravish Kalakshan with Jeff Veer Singer opening the batting. The umpires waiting for the batsman. Not really sure what the delay is here. The fielder's out there. And we've got the bowler up at his mark. Coming the behind the stumps. So the four fielders. We've got a deep mid wicket, long on, a wideish long off, and there's one man in the deep point region. What's left is just the batsman to walk out. And if I am the captain, I would have already appealed. And they're taking way too long to walk out there. Well, the handle is on. These things should have been done way earlier, before the umpires walk out, before the teams walk out. Finally the openers are coming out. Jeff Veer Singer with Ravish Kalakshan. The left arm seamer getting up. He is ready. And he is pumped up. This is promising to be the most exciting game of the tournament. These two teams, whenever they meet, it's a neck-to-neck fight. Let's see who comes out on top in this one. So Jeff Veer Singer is walking out to take strike against the left arm seamer. There he is, Jeff Veer Singer on strike. And the countdown begins. 8. 3, 2, 1, and play, says the umpire. Good start, strong drive. They'll get 2 runs off the first ball. This ought to be one exciting encounter. So first runs on board. Jeff gets off the mark with a brilliant off drive. Yashita, this time, this one was a little harder and was traveling, but still made sure they stopped it. Oh my God, there is a misfield, allowing them the 3rd run. Look at that. Same off drive, looking to go through that mid-off region. And good work in the deep, but a sloppy work in the return. slipped one extra run there. So far 2 deliveries into this final. 5 runs without losing a wicket. Talwakale Plantations. Well, that swung back. But they'll be happy to keep it for a single. So Jeff has gotten a decent start now. He's meeting the need of his bat. So that means he has to be switched on now. Again, this time much straighter, and the timing was better, and that is running. Glorious hit from Jeff. Copybook stuff. Waiting on it. It was swinging back into the right-hander, but made sure he offered that full face of the bat. This is elegant. This is beautiful to watch. Look at that. Just that bit of push and making sure it stays away from that fielder this time. So 10 runs on the board. They are getting off to double figures already. This time, flick of the wrist. There's protection in the deep, but they'll get 2 runs for it. That's well worked from Jeff. Leaning onto it and using that strong wrists to get the ball to that mid-wicket region. Well, it seems like he's in a bit of pain. Alpidia did play a game earlier. All of a sudden, their star bowler is down on the ground. This is not good signs for them. They'll be worried. The team is just has to get through one more delivery. And can he do it? Can Yashita do it? Seems to be in a lot of pain there. And look at that. This is the camaraderie we are talking about. This is the reason behind this entire tournament. It was the Talwakale team. It was the Talwakale spectators who walked into LP Ashita. This is the brotherhood, this is the camaraderie, and this is the beauty of this sport and also this union, these people, this community, the tea traders. So one more ball to go in this over. 12 runs on the board already. The long off field has gotten much straighter now for this delivery. Where will he bowl? Where will Jeff look to go? And Jeff's going long on. And he'll be happy to settle for a single and keep strike. So that's the end of the first over. 13 runs already. And he seems to be in a lot of pain.
Ready for any road, any incline, any corner, any terrain.
Who will help it turn for the second over? It looks as if stakes are so high. Every single over, every single decision, even every single ball seems like the entire team is in the firing line. They're thinking, they're talking, they're making big differences, changes. That is the beauty of this game. It has always been a fierce battle between these two teams. So Lakshan is all set. Jeff counting his fielders, marking his men. A deep point in place and a huge gap in the extra cover region. A straightish long off, wide long on, and a deep squalling. So mid wicket, extra cover. Those are the two regions that Jeff will be eyeing. And that goes way wide. And Ravish Castro Ari, that was very good work behind the stumps. He stopped a certain boundary there. It was travelling and it was down leg stump. And this is very good cricket. Two wides there. Ravishka will take strike. It was full work to the cover region. So his role is clear. These two batters, they make one thing sure. There's not going to be a single dot ball here. They have run through, they have scampered. They have somehow crossed sides for every single delivery. And that out boundary from Jeff makes that difference in the scoring line. It's very good cricket here. Was trying to go over extra cover again, angling that bat, opening that face, but missed it completely. Jeff Veera Singh again. And that's a wide. That's extras. Those are freebies. And those shouldn't be counting up on that total column. Short one, surprise one there. It was well negated from Lakshan. He saw Jeff Veera Singh walking out and dropping the length. This is good cricket. So the dot balls have started to creep in now. And that one, very well struck. A glorious hit up and over the bowler's head. You can't ask for a better shot from a cricketer. Look at that onto the side screen. What a beauty to watch. Jeff Veera Singh shimmy down the stumps. And look at that, hoisting it up and over. A mighty glorious hit from the big lanky Big, bulky cricketer, in fact. So Lakshan under pressure. 2 more deliveries to go in this over. He's gone for a 10. And Talavakale, they'll be pleased with this start. Short again. I don't think it has enough legs to go to the fielder. But they're running for the second one. Tight there. Was that a fumble? What happened? Raviska got through. They're quick between the stumps too. This is high intensity cricket. Got 12 off this over so far. Left it go, thought it was a wide, but it is not. Jeff is disappointed. So that's the end of the second over. Quite an expensive one. Went for 12 runs. And Talavakale are in a happy start here with 25 on the board.
As one of the world's foremost exporters of tea, Sri Lanka continues to raise its manufacturing standards to remain a global leader. Answering this call, the Kaipugala Tea Factory under LPG Plantations became the first to revolutionize rotor vane tea production by partnering with Savikma Automation and Engineering Services Private Limited.
So it is the consolidation phase now. The third over. And Ravish Kalakshan just faced 2 deliveries so far. He will take on a sailor. The right-hander likes to go across. He loves that cow corner mid-wicket region. But the catch is that a sailor will not give you pace. So let's wait and watch what happens here. There's a fielder deep mid-wicket. There's a fielder long on, long off. And a deep extra cover this time. So no one behind score on either sides. And that's exactly where he goes. This is brilliant cricket from Ravish Kalakshan. He read the field. He marked every single one of their men. And he did brilliantly off the back foot for a 4. Look at that. Just a tad too much down leg stump. And he made sure he keeps it way away from that deep mid-wicket fielder. That's what he does. He keeps reading the field. He keeps marking his men. Asela under pressure right away. He has 5 more deliveries to go. This is exactly what I said. He will not give you pace. Keeps it really slow. And the batter is unable to make connection. Once again, hitting that long hop. But there was protection in the deep. It was hit really hard, I'll tell you that. Kept traveling like a bullet. And the man in form, Jeff Veera Singh, a 20 off, just 10, striking at 200 runs. What can he do against the slower bowler? They're looking to change the field. They're taking that long on fielder wide. He's gone about 10 steps. Squarer. That was a very poor delivery. Very poor delivery. Had it been even a tad bit straighter and Jeff made connection, that's a definite another boundary there. Down deep square leg or the long leg region. Alpitier looking down the barrel. Again, slower one. This is his trick. This is where he needs to be bowling. And Ravishka Lakshan was indicating the right thing to his opening partner. There he goes down the track and tells him, play down the line. He's not giving you width. He's not giving you pace. So, might as well play it down the line. It is straight. There's definitely two there. Once again, trying to go the lack of pace doing the trick. Getting the toe end of the bat. That is because he played the shot way too early. One more ball to go in this over. They've gotten 32 already. The game got really intense already. That's what I was talking about. He'll try to negate, try to manipulate, going right across. Asela was able to get away with it because he did not give any pace. So that's the end of the third over. 32 runs, 7 runs off of it, and then but Dilukshan into the attack. Over number 4. And this pair. Down leg stump. Was there any contact that is running down to the boundary? Will that be 5 wide? Or was there any contact? It was leg byes. So that's going to be 4 leg byes to start with. Was quick. Came in between his legs. Fox, the wicket keeper. Hard luck there for Dilukshan. It was indeed a good delivery. Yorker following the batsman. Ravishka. What will he look to do? There's a wide long off and a deep backward point. And he's trying to go over extra cover. Long off fielder coming around. They get a couple of runs there. It was a full toss. He was unable to get it into the gap there. Action. That ought to be a wide, and it is. There we go. The plan is to keep wide Yorgers. They've got a man backward of square in the off stump. And That is exactly the plan, to keep it wide and keep it full. Not allow Ravishka to go to that mid-wicket region, which is his favorite zone. Action coming in again. This time, he hits a brilliant one. Look at him. Shuffles across, gets the ball on the full, and just hikes it up and over mid-wicket. Look at that. And that a beauty. Muscling it, bringing in that bottom man into play, and using that quick hips to make sure it went away from that deep mid-wicket fielder. It was almost in that cow corner region, and that is his favorite zone. They were trying to keep him away from that zone by bowling it wide and by bowling it full. But this man knows better. And this time going straight and going wide. That was a chance, and it is grounded. He did all the tough work to get to that ball. But was very fortunate there, Ravishka, to be let down there. Have a look at that. That was swinging away, getting the outside half of the bat. He did the hard part. He got to the ball, but he didn't manage to pouch it. So Ravishka 18 of 10 and living dangerously. Full toss, freebie, that's running for sure. And the doubt will be if it's a no ball. No, the umpire says he's fine. This is going to be a high scoring encounter. Deluction in the firing line right now. Have a look at that. That was a freebie given. Juicy full toss, hip height, asking to be, there's no protection in that region. So things are getting heated here. Look at the crowd, look at the turn up. Talavakale has a strong support. The town is literally half an hour from here, a drive down the hill. So everyone's turned up to support their team. And that's a wide. This is what pressure does. This is exactly what pressure does. Both these cricketers have played top-level schools cricket. Jeff Veerasinghe, a past Trinitian, representing his team in Division 1 schools cricket. And Lakshan, also hailing from Kandy, Vidyartha College. And this time, that's in the gap. Well, the fielder does very well. He was travelling and it was travelling very quick. Tough chance. Jeff Veerasinghe makes it. That was a risky one. But the big man, the bulky big man, that huge unit made sure that he got through. So that's the end of the fourth over. One more over to go. 53 runs on the board already.
As one of the world's foremost exporters of tea, Sri Lanka continues to raise its manufacturing standards to remain a global leader. Answering this call, the Kaipugala Tea Factory under LPT Plantations became the first to revolutionize rotor vane tea production by partnering with Savikma Automation and Engineering Services Private Limited.
Well, the final over of the innings. The Talavakale opening pair unbeaten. 55 runs on the board. They've already taken their team to a very comfortable total. Let's wait and watch what can they get out of this last over. Well, the batsmen are marking their men. There's one right in the deep mid-wicket region. but he's much squarer. He's almost in between square leg and mid wicket. There's one in the long on. A wide long off, very wide long off in fact. It's almost like deep extra cover. Oh well, wait, he's moving. He's moving. Alright. A regulation long off and a deep extra cover in fact. Or a deep point in fact. Right arm off spinner bowling short. Coming around the wicket. He's trying to angle it around. But he missed his length there. Was very lucky not to be hoisted to the stream down the leg side. But I'll tell you what, this man likes that region. Don't bowl him there. Don't bowl him there, don't bowl him short, don't bowl him into his pads. He will slog you. And he slogs it much straighter. Fielder coming across. He didn't have enough power. Got the toe end of the bat. But they'll be happy to keep 2 runs and let Ravishka take strike. Ravishka ready. And this time slogged it. Handsome, huge, and a mammoth 6 there from Ravishka Lakshan. That's exactly what I was telling, and it is a no ball. That is a no ball. This is going to hurt you more. LPT, what have you done? Have a look at that. That's a no ball, says the umpire. He's called it early. And Ravishka Lakshan slog swept him over square leg. What a knock he is having. What a game this has been so far. Palavakale. They are going all guns blazing right now. Pressure, pressure, pressure. A board meeting at the center. He's coming across around the wicket, trying to angle it away from the right-hander, but gets it straight. And this is exactly the warning I gave you. You bowl him there, you bowl him into his pads. He loves that region, he loves going across. Flat battered. What does he do for the free hit? He tries going straight, did not get enough on it. Was straight up in the air. But they'll still scamper through for a couple of runs. So 67 on board, 3 more deliveries to go. What will LPT try and do? Are they going to stick to the same plan, coming around the wicket, pushing it away? I could have betted on it. I could have betted on it, saying that he will skip across, he will shuffle across. He did that. He knew the bowler. This is brilliant from Ravishka Lakshan. This is outstanding cricket. He knew he will be bowling it wide outside the off stump. Shuffles across, gets it closer to his body, and goes long and mighty over long off. Hit it straight. This is beautiful cricket. Top edge, and that's running too. There was no chance that the wicketkeeper could have gotten it. We won't have enough legs. Jeff Veerasinghe is running. Jeff Veerasinghe makes it. So 3 runs off of it. And 1 more delivery to go. Ravishka Lakshan will have to settle for 43 runs off just 17 deliveries. What a knock. What a knock under pressure. What a knock in a final. These are what can change games on its head. And Ravishka, and he a game changer. Well, Veerasinghe will be facing the second delivery against Meedum. He's gone for 21 already. What will Veerasinghe be looking at? Shuffles across, it's hit flat, and that's in the gap. That's traveling too, and they'll get 4 more. And that score moves on to 80. Well, this is just the second highest score by 2 runs. And LPGA will have to score 1 run ahead of this to win this game. This is going to look very interesting. Look at that pair. This is I beg you, this could be the highest partnership. I'm not very sure. The stats are not here with me. But this definitely could be the highest partnership of this tournament. And what a good innings from both these Talwakale batters. Especially that man, Ravish Kalakshan, leading his team. He's an all-round excellent cricketer. There we go. Everyone waiting for him. But one thing is very important right now. They cannot relax. They have not gotten the game still. They have not won it yet. They need to remember it. So, that is the story. Talwakale has dominated with the bat. They have scored 80 runs in their 5 overs. What can LPTR reply with? Let's wait and watch.
As one of the world's foremost exporters of tea, Sri Lanka continues to raise its manufacturing standards to remain a global leader. Answering this call, the Kaipugala Tea Factory under LPGA Plantations became the first to revolutionize rotor vane tea production by partnering with Savikma Automation and Engineering Services Private Limited.
Ready for any road, any incline, any corner, any terrain.
The precision of any sort. The most advanced color sorter available today starts with its high-precision camera. The unique filter layering technology, Hawkeye technology, and IR technology is able to identify even the tiniest spots on raw materials to capture its impurities. The most critical ability of the AnySort color sorter is not only to capture the impurities, but to reject the impurities, and this depends on the ejector. There are 2 main components in ejector technology, air volume and frequency. Specially designed materials in the AnySort color sorter ensures a longer lifetime for the ejector. Through massive data analysis, the air volume and frequency of the ejector can be precisely controlled. With variable light LED, AnySort color sorter can easily sort a large variety of grains. This complicated process can be completed with a simple one-button analysis. We can bring so many more possibilities for our customers, and we are constantly studying the needs of each and every customer to create better products.
All right. The batsmen are walking out. And Alpitia will need 81 runs for victory. If they are to make it, this is going to be nothing short of a blockbuster encounter. Well, Talawakale, they were late to bat, and I think they are going to be late to field too. The fielders are not out yet, but the batsmen are ready. They are ready. They are walking. But they are waiting for the team. Team Talawakale. They are in a very comfortable position right now. 80 already on the board. The asking rate is going to be huge. That's 16 runs and over. Right from ball number 1. That's what pressure. Well, there we go. The huddle. And a gritty talk from the captain. They look pumped up. They look energized. Look at that. Look at the spectators. Everyone is feeling the hype. Is feeling that adrenaline. So Team Talawakale walks out. And so does the two batters. So Sarat, the left arm spinner, he was outstanding last year, but has not gotten an opportunity to shine this year. Let's wait and watch what he will do. What is his capabilities? Will he keep this LPTA team quiet in that first over? Well, all set here. Well, he is the captain, Sarat. Bowled him. What a start. What a start with the ball. The skipper leading from the front. He's on an assault. And there it is. First ball wicket for Team Talawakale Plantation. LPTA in the back foot already. They are out there for revenge. They are out there for blood. And look at that, the pump. They are elated. And rightfully so. That's a massive blow. They are straight up in the back foot. First delivery. And well, the star batters, Midum, left-hander, comes in. I think this pair needs to keep going to get them across the line. So there is a man on the deep point region. Is much squarer. And there is a long off, wideish long on, and a deep square leg. Coming over the wicket, brilliant bowling this is. He's not afraid to give it some air. He's looping it, he's turning it. This is wonderful cricket. Team Talawakale dominating. Look at that, brilliant lines, brilliant lengths. There's nothing much a batter could do against those. This is great cricket. Look at that camp. Plum faces. They can feel the pressure. Full toss. Struck it straight. Up and over. Long on for a 6. That is a statement. That is him saying that I will not go down without a fight. Asela taking that full toss and hammering it, depositing it actually over long off. Another one. He's made good connection to it, but they'll have to settle for a single. One more delivery left in this over. Left-hander on strike. And he's made connection and good enough there. That's running down to the fine leg boundary. He's lost the grip of his bat. But it does not matter. He has managed to squeeze one to the fine leg boundary. So that's the end of the first over. 12 for 1. LP here. They are on charged.
As one of the world's foremost exporters of tea, Sri Lanka continues to raise its manufacturing standards to remain a global leader. Answering this call, the Kaipugala Tea Factory under LPT Plantations became the first to revolutionize rotor vane tea production by partnering with Savikma Automation and Engineering Services Private Limited.
Well, Nilanga is known for his tidy lines and lengths. In the last game that Talawakele played, he executed 6 Yorkers on the trot. And that's exactly what they'll need today. And one good over as such could change the game and seal it for Talawakele. They're having almost a third man deep backward square. Set up ball. Look at the expressions. Look at the emotions. They are charged. Not just LPT here, but also Talawakele coming in. Once again, beautiful. It's a brilliant delivery. He's keeping it away from his arc. This is exactly what I called for. This man has control. This man can execute deliveries in some pro-level cricket stuff. And once again, the Yorker. That's gone up high. There is a fielder, the skipper coming in. But this was good enough. They only managed a single out of it. This is brilliant cricket from Talawakele today. They came in charged. They came in for that win. They came in prepared. Left-hander on the strike. What changes are they going to make for the field? A much straighter fielder placed. The long off goes to long. They're changing. They're reverting. Long on, long off. Deep backward square and a deep mid wicket. The long on is much straighter though. Three more deliveries to go in this over. He's bowled 3 brilliant deliveries, only 1 runs given away still. And that's hit him. That's hit him hard. He's not wearing a headgear. That looked dangerous. He's trying to sweep one of the fastest bowlers in this tournament. Yesterday, in fact, Nilanga holds the best figures, if I'm not wrong. He delivered a double wicket maiden yesterday. And right now, he's delivered 4 balls for just 2 runs. And I can vouch for those 4 brilliant deliveries where even pro cricketers might not be able to put away. Full toss. But a man placed right there for it. They are trying to get into a 2. He made a mess of it. He made a fumble. And that allowed them to switch sides for a couple of runs. 1 more delivery to come. 4 runs off of this over. This has been a brilliant over so far. Will he be able to finish it well? Asela is in strike, the danger man. And he is the man who could take Elpet here to the victory if they do. Full toss. Bice. Unfortunate there. Very unfortunate there. Pretty ordinary work from the wicket keeper. He was ball watching, and that kept running to the boundary. No one was able to stop that because Sri Lanka has got some pace. That's the end of the second over. 20 for 1. Still the climb looks pretty steep for LPT. 61 of 18. That's 20 runs and over right now. The sun sinking slowly beneath the hills that's surrounding this wonderful stadium here. And on such a beautiful evening, what exciting cricket has this been so far. Jeff Veerasinghe into the attack. He was very good with the bat. Can he keep it up with the ball too? We'll have to wait and watch. And we've got Medium on strike. He's gotten 6 runs so far, 4 deliveries. It's almost 5 o'clock. They'll need to hurry. 2 more overs to go. In fact, 3 more. And one thing is that the sun sets pretty soon in the hills. And wide to begin with. It was good work behind the stumps to stop it. But that's not ideal. Jeff trying to go a little quicker. You can see putting a little bit more effort, trying to push it with the arm. And he ended up sending one down leg stump. Full toss once again. These are not the most ideal ones. These are not the most ideal deliveries here. Well, Jeff in, and Asela, the danger man. He's been quiet for a while now. Still not getting the need of his bat. Midum has to run fast. He was run out in the last game. He is run out in this game too. is not the best between the wickets, and they have exploited that loophole, Talvakale. So that's wicket number 2, 22 for 2 at the end. That should be 23 in fact. Look at that. Good clean throw right from the deep. Ravishka again. You can't keep him out of the game, can you? This man is everywhere. So making life even hard for our sailor at the center. He was calling for 2 right from the minute he hit it. That's the maximum that medium could accelerate. So 58 runs needed off 16 deliveries. Can LPT do it? Can our sailor do it? And that's wide. Not going to hurt them much right now, but if they keep doing this, they tend to lose momentum. They tend to give that edge to the opposition. Jeff has already bowled a couple of wides in this over. He needs to be tidy. Now that one, that's where he needs to be going. He has one shot. He'll swing you and he'll try to slog you over long on and long off. So one thing is to keep it away from that arc. Where will Asela look to go now? Going across the stumps and getting an inside edge. Very unlucky, Jeff. Will that run to the boundary? Will that have the legs? And it did touch the ropes just now. That's fortunate for LPT. But they won't complain. They'll take anything and everything that comes. Have a look at that. Thick inside edge, missing the stumps by a whisker and running down to the boundary. At this point, it does not matter how it comes, but all what matters that it keeps coming. Asela moves on to 15, living dangerously at the center. So what's he gonna do? Is he gonna shuffle across the stumps again? Yes, he does. And yes, he makes connection. The fielder is straighter. Can he stop it? Yes, he does a good job there to keep it for a couple of runs. There's still one more delivery to go. 30 runs already. So 51 off 13. Where will they end this over? Making the field straight. There is no one in the mid-wicket region. No one behind square on the leg side. And still he manages to keep it straight to the fielder and the dangerous fielder, in fact, Ravish Kalakshan. So that over comes to an end. 31 runs at the end of 3 overs for the loss of 2 wickets. LPT are trailing behind.
Ready for any road, any incline, any corner, any terrain.
Well, here we are. Talvakale are having a meeting at the center. Captain Sarath talking to Ravishka. This man was the game changer with the bat in hand. Will he manage to repeat that feat with the ball in hand. Asel on strike, everything's depending on him. He has so much of weight over his shoulder right now. The entire team coming down to his shoulders. That's a huge pressure. That's a lot of weight to pull. But if they are to get over that line, get past that winning margin, I think he has to pull that weight. Straight is long on, wide long off, deep mid wickets, in the cow corner almost, much straighter there. And the third man, widest third man. And there's the fielder, Jeff Weersinger going for it. They'll have to settle for a single. That was good job. Travis Clark-Shan. Will come around the wicket now. And this will be the first delivery that Kavindra faces. And that's against the best fielder, the best player Talavakere has seen so far in this game. Look at that required rate, a mammoth 26.73. That must be weighing you down. Misses it. He's trying to go across, trying to go into that vacant square leg boundary. But Ravishkar is generating sheer pace here. It's not easy to get the ball to bounce and drift through off that surface. It's a very tired surface. But this man is finding a way, some way or the other, to shine. Again, short and wide outside of stump. He's got protection in that region. He's allowing him. He's testing that cut. He's telling him, if you want to score, score me off a cut. He's got 3 men on the off. In his brilliant cricket. Yet again, that's a wide. But he's bowling quick, I'll tell you that. Thudding into the wicketkeeper's gloves. Once again, gets an outside edge. A thick one running down to that wide third man fielder, straight to him. Just the one. Asel is back in strike. 2 more deliveries to go in this over. Or is it rather 1 more delivery? Seems like 2 more. So that should be it. If he keeps this batsman quiet. Maybe they need almost 46 runs to win in this game anymore. Well, that's well played. Using the pace, running it down to third man, but they'll only get a couple of runs in of it. One more delivery to go. Need to get it under that 36 run mark at least to have hope. And that's it. That's exactly it. From this point onwards, logically, factually, according to all books of cricket, 44 runs is impossible in 6 deliveries. Unless otherwise, LPT makes a miracle work, or Talavagale does the exact opposite and put themselves to a situation to lose this game. They've already grabbed it. This game is in their purse, not even in their hands. And if LPTI is to get them, they need to rob them. Alright, that's it. This is the final over of this 2 days excitement, this carnival of a tournament, bringing all the tea traders from all around Sri Lanka together for this camaraderie and this event here up in the hills. And everything comes down to this over. Starts off, that's up, but I think that's going to fall short of the fielder. They are going to run for a couple of runs. The twos are not going to help you, my friend. You need to find the boundary. And even if you do, I don't think unless otherwise there's a no ball, a wide, there's a way for LPDA to win this game. That's exactly what I meant when I said that they'll have to rob the game away. Short one, hit it handsomely over, and that goes for a 6. Yes, that shot has come, but it has come a little late to the party. I guess I should say the party's already over in that sense. Short and in that juicy height, asking to be hit. Another full toss. Again put away. That's not going to run to the boundary. He'll be happy to settle for a single. Oh, he wants a second. He wants the second one there. Asela has made it, in fact. He's got 30 off 17 already. 32 off 18. 3 more deliveries to go. And this is brilliant captaincy from Sarath. He kept his weaker bowler. I won't say a bad bowler. The slower bowler who Asela could easily pick to the very last over, because he wanted his better ones to seal the game. That's a no ball. This is the chance. This is the chance if they had been going after. This is what exactly I said not to do. You keep bowling these no balls, otherwise you are creating an opportunity for LPT. You just have to keep bowling straight at the stumps. Ask him to hit. Even if he hits 6 sixes, you're not going to lose the game. But no balls will bring it. And he missed it. A free hit. A free hit going begging. Full toss. That one was handy and handsome. That's easy pickings. As I said, this is good, this is brilliant, but this is coming a little too late. And against an outstanding innings, an outstanding knock from Ravishka, against an innings like that, this might fall a little short. 52 runs in 5 overs. With that, make it 53. Or whatever, 53 runs in 5 overs is a very good total on an ordinary day, but not today because Ravishka Lakshan has made sure that they seal that victory. There it is, Talavakale Plantations win the 2026 Tea Traders Cricket Interplantation Cricket Sixers here at Radella. That's the win. That's the moment that they have sealed it. There we go. There we go. Look at that celebration. Look at that elation. Talavakale is excited. They've got their men here, they've got their spectators out here supporting the team, and everyone is in that center. Well, what a tournament it has been. What a couple of days of cricket. This is what everyone came here for, that high intensity, that exciting blockbuster, LPTR versus Talawakele. And this time they snatch it away. Talawakele will take it home, the trophy. And they take it with authority, they take it with might, they take it with a lot of excitement and promise for the next years to come. Well, the celebrations begin at the center, and this is the summary of the game so far. This has been one of the best games that I saw in this entire tournament. I've been coming here for a couple of years now, and this is one of the best I've seen. 80 runs posted single-handedly almost from Ravishka there. 43 not out of 17 deliveries. Yes, a spirited fight from LPTR. Asela led the charge with 37 not out, but still, I don't think that was enough. So Talawakele Plantations take that cup championship home, and won't they be elated? Alright, so as parties begin in the Talawakele camp, stay tuned, we'll come back to you with a presentation.
2 days of excitement, endless pride on the line. Tradition comes alive yet again. 23rd Plantation Cricket 6's Any Sort Challenge Trophy.